What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review of, oh, I was going to say 70s, Lord. 20s, season 1, episode 7. Now, I guess they only did 10 episodes of 20s and 10 episodes of Boomerang because both of them are getting ready season. They keep saying the season's almost over, so sorry to see it go. That was a quick 10 weeks. Golly. Well, I guess 9 weeks because they had a double up episode. Anyway, so we start this episode off talking about Todd. Everybody knows a Todd in their life. Todd is the entitled white guy that we have all encountered in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And in a lot of cases, they don't even know that they are being that person. That is just who they've always been. I work with people like that. I had a whole conversation where they were trying to explain to me what white privilege was. And I was like, really? You're going to explain to me what white privilege is? So we start off with Miss Nia. Nia is still struggling to find her purpose, right? She's taking her acting classes and she's at an acting class, and they're doing impromptu. They're doing, set the scene and act it out on the spot. And the guy gives them a scenario, and he gives them, it was a black guy, and he gives them the scenario, zombie apocalypse, in the alley, zombie apocalypse, or something like that. And so they get started. It's her and her partner is a white guy, and it started off a little rocky, and then she just goes for it. She turns it into like a comedy skit and doesn't try to make it serious, because he says something about, well, we've been through tough times before. She was like, yeah, like you calling out your ex-girlfriend's name while we're having sex, or you forgetting our anniversary, or, da-da-da-da-da. And of course, everybody's cracking up. Everybody thinks it's funny. And come to find out, there's going to be a agent at, they're going to be some agents. They're going to have like an open class, whatever. And they're going to invite agents, their workshops. I know there are actual technical names for these things. I know all of you aspiring actors know what I'm saying. But her acting teacher tells her, look, you really have talent. Like you actually have talent, and I actually see something in you. And she was like, yeah, I'm excited about, the open class. And he was like, don't get your hopes up. The big time agents never come to stuff like this. Like, I'm just not that big of a, he didn't say that, I'm interpreting. I'm just not that big of an acting coach that there's going to be a whole lot of serious people here. But then they get to the night of, and come to find out, there are some big time agents here. And it's her and her partner again, and he lets the partner, the white guy, choose the scenario. And so he chooses the scenario. Basically, he gives her the character of, they work together in a storeroom stocking shelves or something. And he was like, yeah, you're upset because you just got your weave done, and something about her weave being done or something. And of course, they're in front of these big time agents, and you've basically just thrown me this whole stereotypical black girl weave scenario. Now, mind you, Nia is like, she's all natural, like probably ain't had a weave in 20 years or kind of stuff. And you see her face is really like irritated at first, but then she looks out in the audience and she sees all of these big time agents there, and she's like, well, I gotta do what I gotta do. And so she flips it, and she plays into all the stereotypes of the Bomquisha, the weave, the 5 baby dad, and the white guy keeps throwing stuff out there. Yeah, because you're 5 babies from your 5 baby daddies, and Daquan is my favorite. Like, he's buying into all of the stereotypes, right? And of course, everybody's laughing. Now, at first, the black guy that had thrown her the scenario, at first he wasn't laughing, but then she was really funny, and he ended up laughing, even though it was like that whole stereotype. You could see he didn't want to laugh, but she really was that funny. And so you see her at the end of the scene, everybody's cracking up, but then she's having that moment of, did I just sell out for a laugh? Like, did I just sell out for this moment? And you could tell that she just didn't really feel too good about how the whole thing went. Then we have Marie. Marie didn't get the promotion. And I love how her boyfriend handled it, because she got the email while they were sitting at the house, and you know, she starts doing the whole, you know, she starts sliding into like a pity party moment, and he doesn't let her. And he was like, look, it is what it is. Shit happens. We're gonna dust ourselves off and we're gonna keep it moving. And she was like, you're not making me feel good. He was like, I'm not supposed to. She said, that's your job. You're supposed to make me feel good at moments like this. He said, no, I'm not. I'm not supposed to make you feel good. I'm supposed to let you know that we're going to get through this together. And at the end of the day, you're going to get what you want. And we're going to do it. We're going to figure it out. I said, I know that's right. You better get your woman together. And so then the next day at work, you know, they have that whole congratulation reception thing. And she sees Ben, the guy who, of course, the guy got it. The black guy she was competing against. Of course, he got it. And their boss, you know, the white guy that she had been working with or whatever, he's looking real guilty. He's like looking at her from across the room, and he's got that whole guilty look on his face, like I'm sorry, like I don't know, like I don't know what you want me to do. Now Hattie is being Hattie. I love Hattie. Can I tell y'all that I need 20 more weeks of Hattie, because Hattie is hilarious to me. But Hattie is at the coffee shop with the barista. The barista, and she's struggling, of course, with the writing. She said, I want to write a love story. And the girl was like, well, that's no wonder you struggling, because what kind of love? Like unrequited love, you know, hot intense love? Like what kind of love? Like love is love, but there's so many different types of love. And so they're actually having a moment, and they're actually kind of talking. And then who come walking up? The old chick that Hattie been messing with, you know, the little chick that, you know, pick her up and play with her like a little doll and put her back down. And the minute she rolls up, Hattie get real brand new. She act like she don't even see the chick. And then when she does acknowledge the chick, she like, oh yeah, she just work here. I don't even know her like that. Hattie. And then after old girl gonna walk off, the barista's looking at Hattie like, oh, you don't know me like that? Oh, we ain't cool? She was like, I mean, I don't. Why you mad? I don't know you like that. And I'm like, Hattie, you're not that clueless. You know exactly what you just did. And you know why she feel the way she feel. And you know you wrong. You just don't know how to say, my bad, I fucked that up. But you in your feelings, and you feeling some kind of way about it. Because then she did with a white dude. So you really in your feelings about it. Because it's like, well, dang, you done threw me to the side for a white woman. Now you're throwing me to the side for a white man. Like, what's up? So the ladies they're at an art gallery, and they're kind of all commiserating on what's going on with them. And Nia says, you know what if all of us acted like a Todd? What if we just walked in the room as if we owned it? What if we just, you know, commanded the stage and acted like everybody owed us something? Like, what if we were a Todd? Marie was like, I'm with it. Hattie was like, no ma'am, like I ain't getting fired. I'm good. And so the next day, each one of them have an opportunity to sort of take over. So Marie rolls up on her boss and is like, if I was a Todd, I would have blown your car up. He was like, who the fuck is Todd? She said, why didn't I get the raise? He said, look, if it were up to me, you would have got it. Like, I'm not the only one that make the decision. He said, but at the end of the day, the people who make the final decision, they're afraid of you. They're not afraid of Ben. She was like, so basically what you're saying is they're afraid of me because they know that I could potentially do the job better than them and take their job. So I'm getting punished because I'm good at my job. So I didn't get the raise because I'm good at my job. And, you know, not to get too deep into my own situation, but that's happened to me before. And I've dealt with that. And I've talked to other people who do what I do. And we've all had the, like, that's a different story for a different day, honey. I could be here all night. But unfortunately, sometimes in situations, if you are that good at your job, you can be punished for different reasons. Anyway, but he told her, he said, but then he kind of flirts with her a little bit, and he lets her know that he's interested. He was like, you know, if it was up to me, you would have had that job. You know, she said, what if I just quit? He was like, you know, I don't want you to do that. I said, oh, did he turn on the seduction? Is that what we're doing now? Then Hattie had an opportunity to be Todd. She's in the writer's room, and they are looking for something fresh and new. And she was like, why don't we write a queer gay woman? Because they were throwing the idea about having a funny gay, you know, sidekick type character, which of course has been done. they were like, we had a gay woman on here, you know. She was like, yeah, who never ever kissed another woman. Like, who knew she was gay? But she kissed her roommate on the cheek, and Hattie was like, look, that, no, And Ida Mae was like, Hattie, what's your job? She was like, to make my life easier. She was like, you're not doing that right now. So Hattie quickly sat down, but she was irritated by it. But she definitely sat down very quickly, honey. So then, Nia, Ben actually rolled up on Nia at her, I forgot, I was almost forget this part. Ben actually rolled up on Nia at her, yoga. God, I couldn't get it out. At her yoga studio. Because remember, Nia does yoga. And, you know, he was like, they kind of was talking about, you know, they kind of, you know, bonded a little bit off of the Nigerian thing. His father's from Nigeria. She had this Nigerian candle. And he was like, I know I'm not your favorite person right now. He was like, but you know, you and your friends, y'all just write me off because y'all, you know, I date a white woman and I do this and I do that. And he was like, but I'm not a sellout. She was like, that ain't what I heard. And he was like, I know I'm not your favorite person right now. Like, I know me getting the job over Marie, you know, I know that's going to cause some problems for us. He said, but at the end of the day, I said what they wanted to hear so I could get in the room. And now that I'm in the room, I'm about to Nat Turner their ass. Like, I want to make quality programming. But he was a little flirty with Miss Nia too. But he told her, he was like, look, come in for a meeting. And Nia was like, I don't know. He said, rule number one, when the vice president asks you to come in for a meeting, you come in for a meeting. Now, I hope he really is interested in just her coming in for a meeting and he not trying to be nefarious and do something out, you know, sidebar with it. But it looked like it was kind of cool. And, you know, Mia's playing it close to the vest right now because she know that Marie really ain't in the place to hear it. She can't receive it right now. You got to give her a few weeks to kind of let the scab heal over the wound. And then you can say, look, Ben reached out to me. He offered me this position, or he gave me an opportunity to try to audition for a part. I'm going to take it. I know y'all ain't really feeling each other right now, but you know I'm trying to get back into acting, and this has been the best offer that I've gotten. If she really your friend, she'll get over herself, and she'll deal with it, and she'll live, and it'll be what it is going to be. Now, she then, they were at class. They were at acting class, and she had the opportunity this time to pick the scenario. And she said, oh, so she had the same character, the white guy that tried to embarrass her in front of the agents. And she said, so you are the white guy at your nanny's all black, you know, her black family cookout. You're the only white guy there. And of course he was like, what? I'm uncomfortable with this. And she was like, oh, what you uncomfortable? Oh, that makes you feel some kind of way. And of course she clowned the hell out of him, because if she was funny playing the stereotypical black girl with the weave and the baby daddies, you know she played the hell out of that. And she clowned the hell out of him. And everybody was laughing. I mean, the teacher, everybody. And he was like, I feel like this is reverse racism. She was like, oh, really? That's how you feel? I said, see, I liked her Todd. I liked Marie's. I liked all of these Todd. But her Todd was funny. So then when it was over with, at the end of the episode, we see her. It looks like she invited all the black people from her acting class, because the black guy that had given her the scenario that they kept showing throughout the episode, he was there, and a couple of other people. I feel like she invited them, and she sort of had a session with them, and she was like, look, you know, I know we're all seeking our purpose, and we're going to walk in our purpose. So they kind of did a meditation, and then they went into class, and that's where the episode ended. This was a really good episode. I'm going to be really, really sad to see this end, because I know how this stuff goes. It's going to be, especially with everything going on right now, with them not even being able to film and all of that. Like, it's going to be a year before we get more episodes. Come on, Lena. I don't know what we're going to do. Oh. Anyway, let me know what y'all think. Drop it in the comments. Peace.